Goes by one. Oh! National Signing Day has came and went, and now, like regular National Signing Days, there are going to be some stragglers and things that still happen, but by and large, a lot of the things have been set for this recruiting class. So we're going to take a peek at what these teams did, who's the number one, who's got the best recruits, and if we have some time, take a peek at some of these top recruits from the top teams, man. I appreciate y'all watching these videos, enjoying them. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy college football coverage and everything else in between, man. Let's get right into it. So first off, on the screen I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but I'm seeing a big bad dog just mauling people, and that's what I like. I like to see god dang big bad big boy belly guys that have algebra beating up on another 18-year-old kid that has algebra, but for some reason this 18-year-old kid 6'7" and weighs 365 pounds. Number one rank on 24/7 is Texas, and 1, 2, 3, 4 Alabama, Georgia, and Oregon. But if you go on 3, the ranking is a little different. Texas still at number 1, but then you have Alabama, Oregon, Georgia, and Ohio State. So I chose a good little mix of them, right? And we're gonna start with Keelon Russell, as you see that, because that's a big 5-star for Alabama. But let's just kind of talk about some of these top 3 guys, talk about some of the signings. We already talked about Colorado signing, and I think for when you really talk about a mid-level Big 12 team in what they really are, what they should be, a middling Big 12 team that wants to start competing for Big 12 titles. I think they did a good job. Lots of acquisitions of 4s and 5 stars. So not lots of 5 stars, but definitely a good little share of 4 stars for them. So that's a good little situation for them to be set up. But when you look across the bow, I think a lot of teams did some good stuff, right? I think Florida being a number 11 here on 24/7, and then also number 11 here on 3. I think they did a lot of good damage, right? No 5 stars, which is, you hate to see, but I mean 14. Wait, do they have NIL money? Oh wow. I've never noticed they have average NIL price here. This is crazy. Yo, college football it's a whole different world now. I just noticed they have the average NIL right here. This is absolutely absurd. Back on topic. So Florida, I think, did a really good job. For a lot of people calling for Billy Napier's job and XYZ and saying he couldn't do it. The way you finish matters, right? And if I told you in the first 3 weeks that Florida would end with a almost top 10 recruiting class, have Billy Napier reloaded, and still have a few pieces that look really good. I mean, DJ Lagway doesn't look like a complete scrub, so I think they're going to be in a decent situation there. Notre Dame coming at 12. Miami, I want them to do more, but they are another team that subscribes to a lot of the transfer portal stuff. So, hey, Nebraska down here, crazy. How crazy is it that Nebraska and Clemson, right? 2 like programs that are known for the classic way and building programs and yada, 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 are like barely scraping the top 20 when it comes to recruiting classes, with no 5 stars for Nebraska, none for Clemson. It's just an interesting juxtaposition. Shout out Georgia Tech being up here. Obviously, Florida State's having a very, very hard time after the season they had. Colorado coming in the 30s, around 33. Not terrible again for the Big 12. I mean, what other? I think they're the 4th ranked Big 12 team as well, and they're, I think, the first Big 12 team that shows up on this list, dog. No, TCU. Okay, TCU. I mean, Texas, they're going to do good. So going by class, because I have Keelon Russell here, the top one is Keelon Russell for Alabama. So we're going to take a peek at some Keelon Russell film. Yeah, man, let's check out. Oh, there we go. All right, we're in the game here. There go Keelon Russell. Rolling to his right here. Rolling. Oh, my goodness. He did the thing. He did the Carson Wentz, Patrick Mahomes thing. Homie was getting thrown down to the grind. And bent his body and hit one of those with it. That's kind of crazy, man. These kids, these young whippersnappers, I tell you what, they got something else cooking. This is gonna be this ad every single time. Little fake pass there, whips one. Oh, puts it right over the seam. I like that. I like the decision making there. Let's see what else he can cook here. Boom. He looks left, goes left. He's from not Duncanville. Is it Duncanville? That big bad team in Atten, Texas. Over there with them Panthers. Motion out right. He takes a step back. Oh, he's under duress. Oh, we already seen this one. That's when he contorted his body, whipped the thing out there. And is that an out or a comeback? What did he just throw? That's where I think the real ballsiness comes. Oh, it looked like a whip, like a deep whip. So that's fire, but it's basically an outbreaking route. Either that or he saw his quarterback in distress and said, I had to get loose. Here he is taking a 3-step drop, looking right. Okay. Ooh, hey, that thing glided. You see how that thing glided? I like that one. I like that. Is my noggin just blocking everything? 3-step drop, looking forward. Whips one out there. Bow. Ooh, our receiver makes a move too. So I think Keelon Russell, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be okay. And as I do this, let me go like this, because I don't need to be as giant, dog. As we watch all of these highlights, I'm blocking up the screen. Jonah Williams out of the, not out of the University of Texas, but is a University of Texas guy. He recently signed to them, so we're gonna hop in and check him out. 5-star athlete Jonah Williams. Okay. Little quarterback keeper. I know he's an athlete, so he's gonna be doing a little bit of everything. I think he plays safety as well. A little reverse here. Oh, but look at the man. He's there. Shutting it down. Rangy guy. I think he's about 6'3". Does he play Q? Oh yeah, he plays quarterback. A two-way player. A two-way quarterback. You don't see that, too often unless the dude's a dog. All up in his mouth. Here it is again. On the goal line. Think about it. Was that like a 3-touchdown day? It's not too bad. Well, how do I get out of here? Can I not leave this? Please, let me leave it. They won't even. They said you can't even leave here. Let's see what else they got. Jonah Williams, season opener touchdown. Woo! That boy is galloping, huh? The Texas commit. He just gallops in space. That's one of those dudes in high school you see. It's just like, okay, well, can this kid like leave, please? Again, we got algebra, social studies. Homie is 6'3", running a 4.2. Like we don't need this in our lives, dog. Ow. So he just kind of plays everywhere, huh? Homie just plays all over the dang field. Okay, here he is taking one back. Shimmy shuffles. Put that boy in a blender. Runs a little high. Yeah, I guess he's like the goal line quarterback. 9 was like, I'm tired of this motherfucker taking all the touchdowns, dog. I'm tired of it. Ooh. Oh, probably shouldn't have put that one. Probably should have put that one in there. All right, moving on. We already went Texas. Is Oregon has their big bad receiver, DeCorian Moore, who is known as the best receiver in Texas. He also is in Duncanville, so let's see him get cooking here. See how he gets after it. The boys be going crazy. Here he is out there, number 1. High stepping on boys. What do you got out here? High pointing it. Head tapping people. I'm not mad at it. Uniform is clean. I don't know what this team is, but the little gold, that's fresh. I like that. That's super fresh. Here it is again. They gonna block one. Oh no, he taking one back. Oh wait. Let's say hop. Takes a pill. Oh, you can't top me. You can't touch me. He sees a lane, and now he's getting loose. Oh, I thought he was about to get loose. You got to show me something. I know that stiff arm was clean though. What we can do here? Quarterback's dropping back. He slings one up for him. Bop. That's mine. Looks like Keelon and Moore had a little connection there. A little connection there. Looking fresh, looking fire. Did it big. All right, we got a little too much celebration in these highlights, huh? Q looks, Q slings. Right underneath it. Eesh. Put some move on one. And that boy's in the zone. Auto zone. All right, I think we get it. The dude's fast. The dude's explosive. The dude's amazing. That's what Oregon's getting. Like they don't have enough of those explosive type guys. What about Georgia's number 1 recruit? Elijah Griffin. Mr. Elijah Griffin. Let's see what he can do. They're calling him the next Jalen Carter. He's right here on the end. Oh, wow. Well, this dude, okay. Well, this dude had no business. This dude had no business being here. But continue. Oh, my goodness. He didn't stand a chance. Here he is on the outside here. Goes by one. Oh my. He had time to think about that one. He had time to think about what he's finna do to him. And he did. And the ball's out. Oh, he tackled him again. I don't care. I like that. This is a terrible huddle. You need to get better arrow. That was horrendous. What the fuck was that? What was that? All right, here he is at the left end or right end. out there. Just walks through. Nobody wants to block him. Nobody wants to block this dude. I gotta be honest with you. He's like 6'5", 255 pounds. I don't want to do. I don't want to. I don't want to do anything with that right now. Jeez, I couldn't do anything with that. Feel bad for these kids. Can't stop. Won't stop. Apparently, yeah. Huddle's got to update those because that's horrendous. But let's see him here. Just forklifting people, just taking them back. Will fit in with the Hellcat Marauders, the Hellcat Crusaders out there in the University of Georgia. They got themselves a bit of a dog. But yeah, man, that was a little peek at just some of the top recruits from each of the top teams. Going down the list, I guess we'll go by conference. ACC is dominated by Miami, 21 commits, 15 4-stars. Georgia Tech right behind them. I mean, I don't know in a world where you would ever say that Georgia Tech would be nipping on the heels of Miami and over top of Florida State. But, again, the transfer portal is yet to be seen. And I think that's where, a lot of these teams are going to make some of their bread and get their bread buttered, per se. So I think that needs to be seen. But Miami is going to be a team that is going to be very active in the transfer portal. So, and Clemson's a team that is not going to be very active from Dabo's accounts in the transfer portal as well. So we'll see how that plays out. In the Big 12, again, so Colorado's at 4. Behind the two Texas teams and K-State, who's been very successful. K-State has 23 3-stars. Interesting. 1 4-star. I'm not really sure how that equates. They have to weigh. I just really feel like they should weigh these a little more. You know what I mean? Like in my head, Utah I think should have a better class, right? Because they have 3 3-stars and then the 17. But K-State should be down here because they have 1 4-star. Whatever. I don't make it up. I don't do it. Oregon leading the Big Ten recruiting class with 5. Is that 5 or no 4? 4 5-stars, dog, and 15 4-stars. That is nasty. Ohio State with plenty of 4-stars. SEC, Texas. I mean, hook 'em horn, son. And you know what's crazy to me? It's interesting, and this is the problem with Alabama, and I think the problem that they're gonna have, I guess other teams are gonna have with them for at least the next few years, is that that Nick Saban has not absolved himself from this Alabama team. It'd be different if Nick Saban got a different job, but you have to understand Nick Saban is still a part of Alabama. He still goes to the games. He's still in support, yada yada yada. So with that being said, there is still some of that Saban magic of people wanting to play for Alabama. I'm sorry. And Kalen DeBoer is going to, not to say that he's not a good recruiter, because clearly he's a good recruiter, but on top of that, the reason why they are still going to dominate a lot of recruiting classes and still be able to reload in a lot of different ways. Now, keeping them is a different story. I think Alabama is going to have a flood coming out the transfer portal, as if they didn't already. But I think just as things start selling, I think it's going to look weird for them. But they can recruit. They can bring people in. And look, Texas is barely beating them. I mean, we have the same amount of 4-stars. We just have a few more 3-stars, 4 and 5-stars. So that's crazy to see. AAC, not very important, but they're doing what they're doing. And of course, Notre Dame is going to lead the Independents. But hey, man, that is a good little situation. They don't have 1 5-star. That's crazy. That's going to be the situation for National Signing Day. I think it was quite the interesting. Nothing crazy that I saw. Usually, you get like some crazy signing or like some crazy flip or somebody pulling out a hat. I didn't see any. Somebody send those to me. Somebody link me the crazy dudes pulling out hats and drop kicking their mom, and then it's like the baby reveal. I felt like the commitments were starting to get to baby reveal numbers, but we gave up. Where's the passion? I need that back. But regardless, man, y'all be phenomenal. That'd be great. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content coverage and everything else in between. We'll see you next time.